Welcome to Course Navigation Video 4, The Flipped Classroom and Academic Success. The concept of the flipped classroom emerged from a strong tradition of experiential learning, project-based, and team-based learning. Flipping becomes a logical extension of these practices. In simplistic terms, a flipped classroom is when the instructor switches what is normally done in the classroom with that which is done at home. In the sciences, that switches lecture out of the class and homework in class. There is a growing body of research that demonstrates the student learning success with this approach. In the social sciences, the flipped classroom is more difficult to conceptualize. There is no natural complement to lecture in the humanities and social sciences. As a result, the instructor must construct the counterpart. The Flipped Learning Resources website defines the flipped environment in more detail. The flipped environment occurs when direct instruction moves from group learning space to individual space, and the group space is transformed into dynamic, interactive learning environment where students apply concepts and engage in creative subject matter. In this course, the out-of-class materials most closely parallel what would happen in lecture, hopefully in a more entertaining and useful form. Instead of using time as a defining unit for delivery of content, the content is divided into discrete units that are created based upon learning objectives. These units are then further divided into smaller, manageable units. This approach is similar in thinking to the research that shows that the typical attention span is about 20 minutes. As I describe in Video 2, the Learning Module, you will normally find 3 items in this course: content, coordinated via readings and compilation of up-to-date materials, which replace the lecture, worksheets, and activities to help you engage with the materials. Out of class, you will be expected to review the learning module using the learning objectives and worksheet as your guide to what is most important. Understanding the learning objectives and answering the worksheet questions is more important than reviewing all of the content and images in each learning module. The ideas drive the process. You will need an understanding of the learning module to be successful in class. The activity is the start of your engagement with the material. An activity will frequently ask you to complete some work prior to class. This work will be the basis for the classroom experience. In class, you will be engaged with your peers and the instructor. Discussions, team and project work, gaming, and exercises are the norm. You may then have follow-up work to complete the activity. A typical class session will proceed as follows. You will begin with a review of questions that you posted via the exit ticket activity from the previous class period. Those questions, combined with questions students bring to class, serve as the framework for opening daily comments. This may also be the time frame for quizzes or other ways to demonstrate knowledge from the learning module. After preliminary comments, the class then moves into the discussion, activity, or project work for the day. At the end of the work window, students will frequently report back to their peers and instructor the outcome of the activities and what was learned. The final task each day will be to complete the exit ticket. The exit ticket is completed via a web-based system called Socrative. You will be asked a series of questions regarding your understanding of course content and questions that you still have regarding course content from the day. The exit ticket is one way for the instructor to gauge student learning and to identify areas that still need to be addressed. Success in the flipped classroom takes some experience and changes in the way you normally approach a class. The following 4 statements can assist you in maximizing your performance in the course. Keep up on the workload. Since it is very likely that more than one module will be covered per week, and each one will have learning materials, worksheets, and activities, you can quickly get behind. One reality of this classroom structure is that once you get behind, it is difficult to catch up. In the grading system, there is a significant penalty for missing even a small assignment. Do the work in a timely manner. For each class period, there is going to be an activity, that will be done. Most of these activities require you to bring work to class. Your completion of work is tracked in this class. If you do not bring work to class, it is difficult to participate. It is your loss. You need to be self-motivated. Unlike high school, you are not required to attend college. As you have chosen to attend VSU, it does have an attendance policy. Beyond attendance, it is your choice to complete or not complete work. However, students who are self-motivated are more likely to see success. Finally, be professional. Professionalism involves the quality of work you do, your communication, and your general demeanor. You want to ensure that your peers and the instructor have a good image of you. It is easy to damage your reputation and difficult to repair. Also, you are constantly evaluated, but not everything is for a grade. Education is really about the journey, not the destination. If you find that you are not being challenged, that you are not failing, that you are not feeling pushed, or you already know the answers, then you're not learning. If you're not learning, then why are you here?